Okay, so let's move on to the next guy, who is J.K. Dobbins. Now,
Well,
he's
welcome
someone
back
you've
to the
been
fence.
very interested in, isn't he?
Yeah, he's my favourite target coming in this rookie draft by a long way. For me, he's the complete player. Now there are lots of people who don't agree, and that's fine. But you can't argue with the talent of the guy. He's arguably the best blocker in this group. There'll be people who will argue that he isn't, that hasn't got the best hands. I just think they need to look at the tape. Look at the tape over the time period, and look at what he does. He's all round excellent. So he's ready. He's ready for a 3-down workload. This guy. Yes, he didn't have a combine. Who cares? You know, if he drops in draft boards, great. You know, maybe you snag him at the 103, 104, 105 in a rookie draft. That's brilliant. You know, don't be frightened to take him. Landing spot again will be the,
106 he could go down to,
he
depending on
could.
landing spots.
But landing spot's the key, and landing spot's the king. This guy could easily, very, very surprise a lot of people. Could be very heavily coveted by a lot of NFL teams because they can see it as well. So it won't surprise me he comes off the board early second round.
I mean, you were really, really keen on this guy. I mean, I'm less keen. Not that I don't think he's good, but just I thought he was running through a lot of big holes when I saw it, rather than Taylor, who's running through smaller gaps and finding them still.
Yeah, well, I just don't. I think what you have to look at is the body of work. There are a lot of. I mean, highlight reels are highlight reels for a reason, but the game tape is the game tape. And what this guy does is, you know, when he's got tiny little windows to operate in, he's exceptionally good. He's very shifty in them. And he turns small plays into large plays really quickly. His hands are fantastic. And I'd argue he's better than anybody in this class. I mean, we can talk about Edward Hilaire and all those in another time. But I just think this guy's ready. So it'll all depend on the fit, as always with these guys. But I'm very excited to see where he lands. I've got a sneaky feeling teams are very heavily coveting him, but they're not saying much. And
yeah, they're trying to keep it on the down low, you think?
You know, I think they can get him a little bit cheaper in this class, and that's good.
Maybe round 3, do you think? Round 3?
It's possible. Late second, early third is possible for him because, you know, he didn't do a combine. So, you know, naturally some teams might edge off him a little. But I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if somebody came up and took him in the first or late first, that wouldn't surprise me.
Right, you're really sweet on Dobbins. So tell me your ideal landing spot where you think, yeah, that's amazing. That's really where I want him to land.
I want him to go to one of two teams, really. 3 teams, really, if I'm honest. We've mentioned them all in different ways. It's Tampa, it's Pittsburgh, to be perfectly honest with you. Or I don't mind Miami, but I just think Miami. There's just something wrong with that team set up at the moment. That massively concerned.
Okay. So what about Atlanta for a year to behind?
Yeah, I don't mind it at all because I just think Gurley will collapse. I think he's been clearly going downwards. We've done a video on his data, and you can see how it's declined rapidly. That's really fast. That's not just a 1-year blip. That's a steady running back whose data is just falling through the floor. His knees are steadily getting progressively worse. We're not saying he can't do a job. We said that last year. He can surprise you. He surprised us all. But he's clearly going the wrong direction. And
when a team takes a 20 million cap hit just to get rid of you, that tells you something.
Yeah, money talks. And and he walked. That's all you need to know.
And you've already done a video on his stats about how they declined in yards per carry, and luckily he got bailed out by his touchdowns. Really,
he couldn't get open because it wasn't because he was being keyed on. The Rams have a high octane offense. It's because he didn't have that speed to get away from the line that he once had. It's gone. That's why he wasn't getting the receptions to drop. So the reception total had dropped through the floor. So he really is struggling. I mean, he's been lucky to get last year under his belt. He's lucky to get another deal.
Well, it is only a 1-year deal, which for a guy of his sort of age and talent tells you a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think anybody that goes there behind him, they'll be okay. You know, whoever goes behind him will be fine. I've got a blank screen behind me again, but never mind.
All right, it's like my brain, blank.
It'll come back.
So let's go back to Dobbins then. So what are the main attributes that you like? You know, his pass catching, you say you like his blocking and he's explosive, and is there anything else you want to add to it?
Well, he has one knock on him, which many people will say he doesn't have the top end speed, and that's fair. But
they said that about Singletary as well, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't buy into all that. I think, you know, ultimately in the NFL game, it's getting that 1 inch of daylight and away you go. And this guy again, he does do brilliant things in very narrow windows, and in the NFL, that's what you're working in. You're working in narrow windows of opportunity. You get him in space, he's deadly. And he will get given. He will get into space if he's in the right team, because if they can stretch the field, and they've got multiple players. This guy is going to do exceptionally well. So I'm just excited to see where he lands. But then, like any of the guys at the top
Who
of
would
the
you liken him to in as an NFL player at the moment? Who's the closest fit? Is there anybody that you'd say they've got a similar skill set? Who do we?
Well, I think there are more. This guy fits lots of players. For me, he fits lots of different types of players. I think he's very shifty. I think he's like a shady McCoy in his heyday, really, for me. He's got a lot of shiftiness to him. He's got a lot of different gears, and he's got a lot of different ways of operating and different abilities. You give him a bit of space on an edge, he'll get you yards. You put him in the middle of the pack, and he will break some plays. He's everything you want. And he can pass block. He's really good. He doesn't need a lot of coaching in that. He doesn't fumble the ball. I'll tell you another thing about him, right? So this is the thing that really stands out. It's a brilliant piece. When they interviewed him before his last year at college, he spoke about where he had to improve, right? And now most people, when they talk about where they've got to improve as a running back, they often talk about, pass blocking and some basic stuff. This guy went into a 10-minute piece about how he's got to be better blocking downfield, how he's got to understand the wide receiver plays, what he's got to do with the playbook to improve on that. And it was an amazing piece. And I just stood there thinking, this guy really knows what's got to happen in the NFL. And he did that in that college year. He went on and showed that he'd learned from it. And when he was blocking downfield, this isn't just pass blocking, this blocking downfield for his other players. That's a player. That's a complete player. That's a player that many of these other running backs don't do that. When it's a wide receiver play, they're not looking to get downfield to block for them. This guy is. He's going down the field. He's making blocks. That's an extra blocker.
And that's certainly going to win you lots of favour with the coach and things like that, isn't it?
You pick up the blitzers. You help the wide receivers when it's their time to shine. You understand that the work the offensive line puts in. You're congratulatory to your offensive line. Everything he ever says is about the offensive line. Is the offensive line did this for me. The offensive line did that. This is what the offensive line did. Yeah, he understands when they've played well. So he knows when he's wide open and the play's there. But he does other things none of these others do. And he is so studied. He's a studier. So he gets it.
That is a big thing for coaches, to get you in favour and get you in favour with the O-line if you keep talking them up.
And there's one other factor in this that will be a little missed. And this is something with him that it could be so important this year, particularly this year. Landing spot could kill him off, but this could win him. Obviously, OTAs and various training camps might not happen. So you've got to be a good studier of the game. This guy is. So when you come in and play, assuming the NFL season goes ahead, they may not have had much practice time. Now, running backs don't need a lot. But if you get a guy who's this kind of, who's prepared to work that hard at the playbook, understands the downfield and how to get involved in that blocking assignments downfield, I tell you what, as a coach, I get very excited with a player like this. I'm thinking of how I can scheme him into games to help my wide receivers. And I think he's going to be very, very special given the right team. And I think there's a lot of teams who like his skill sets. So he'll do really, really well. If he went with Brady, oh, wow, a year of learning behind him, sky's the limit. The sky's the limit for this guy. He'll go 101 then in any draft. He could go fly up the board. Any of them could.
Well, if he is a kind of student of the game, then that would appeal to someone like Brady, wouldn't it?
Understands the history, understands his own style of running. And not many running backs do that. He knows what he's good at, and he knows why, and he knows what he's got to work on. He also very clever. He said it himself. He's a smoke and mirrors kind of running back, which means basically he knows what he can't do. So why focus on stuff you can't do? Why not focus on things you're really, really good at and develop ways to make that even better? And then mirror and mask the plays you're not so good at. Find ways to improve on them. Did that all of 2019. It's no surprise he's ready for the 2020. People ask, why did he miss out on the combine? Well, he had a knock. He had a knock and he wasn't going to lower his stock value. He knows that he's been watched for 4 years. He doesn't need a combine. All he needs is an opportunity, like all these guys. And if his comes, and I think teams know he's ready, yeah, he's going to do really well. He's special, and you need to watch out for him.
Okay, well, I think you've made the point very well. You've made your point, and it's certainly going to be interesting to see where he lands. I'll be definitely watching with interest in a 7 or 8 days. So, roll on the draft. Let's see where they land, and we can talk about them again, can't we? So,
absolutely, we will. Anyway, thanks very much.
Okay,
Really
well, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. Let us know your thoughts on Dobbins and any of the other ones, really. We'd like to hear your thoughts. Good landing spots. What sort of skills? Have we missed anything, you know?
Absolutely. We always like other people's input. There are other things that you guys watch, particularly in America. You're there at the training camps. You're there when things happen at the college games. Give us your insight.
Okay, thanks very much for watching. Consider subscribing if you've enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more rookie videos.